Hi, this is Mrs. S with Owltree Montessori. Today we are going to work with the ending sounds in words. We are using the Owltree Montessori Pink Series Set 1. This includes 4 high utility letters, A, P, S, and T. In the first few lessons, we isolated the beginning sounds in words with sound objects and the I Spy game. This taught phonemic awareness. We also introduced the letter symbols associated with the sounds using the knock-knock game. This connected that phonics piece. Today we will use 3 of the letters from Set 1, P, S, and T, to isolate and identify the ending sound in words. There are no words that end with the short vowel A sound, so we will not use the letter A. This lesson will teach phonemic awareness, the skill that words are made up of sound parts that we can isolate and identify, and phonics by connecting the ending sound with the letter symbols that the students have just learned. In the first few lessons, we learned these letter sounds and identified them at the beginning of words, and now we are identifying the same letter sounds at the end of words. This lesson and its follow-up activity supports the future skill of encoding, which is writing, and decoding, which is reading. You can begin using objects that you can find that end with these sounds and connect them with those sandpaper letters. You can also use these letter cards that are part of the Pink Series Set 1 with pictures and match pictures with the letters. You could also use these mats, and they can match pictures or objects on the mats, which could be a follow-up work on the shelf. I'm going to show you first with just the objects and the sandpaper letters, and then show how you could use pictures and letter cards or matching mats. We have been listening to the beginning sounds that we hear in words. You have learned these 3 letters here. Do you remember what sound they make? Yes, we have P, S, and T. Today I want to play a new game. I want to see if we can listen to the sound we hear at the end of a word. You want to try? Let's try. I have an object here. Oh, this is an octopus. What sound do you hear at the end of the word octopus? Oh yeah, I hear it too. The ending sound in the word octopus is S. Which letter should we match that with? Yes, letter S says S. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, I have a cup. What sound do we hear at the end there? Let's listen closely. Cup, cup, P. I hear P at the end. Which letter should we match that with? Oh, yes. Letter P says P. Let's try again. What else do we have here? I have a peanut or a nut. What sound do you hear at the end? Peanut. T. Oh, I hear letter T also. And then we'll continue with all of the objects. We have vase, racket, mat, bat, cat, and then we can call this a pup, basket, top, and bucket. And your students can work with this during this lesson. Now let's play I Spy. Would you like to play I Spy? Let's mix the objects up and see if we can spy things that have the ending sounds P, S, or T. I spy with my eye something that ends with P, P. Oh, how about pup? Yeah. I spy something that ends with S, vase. I spy something that ends with T, mat. And we'll continue playing and checking for understanding. We'll wrap up our game with doing that 3rd period of the lesson. What is this? What sound do you hear at the end of top? What sound do you hear at the end of bucket? What sound do you hear at the end of vase? These ending sound cards from the Pink Series Set 1 can be used in place of objects and sandpaper letters. If you don't have objects and sandpaper letters, this printable set includes printable letters and printable pictures that all end with the sounds P, S, or T. So we can match them together. This could be your lesson, or it could be a follow-up work after you've given that initial lesson I just showed you with the objects and the sandpaper letters. Let's listen for sounds at the end of a word. Oh, I see this picture here, stop. What sound do you hear at the end of stop? P. Yeah, let's match that with P. I see pairs of pants. What do you hear at the end of the word pants? Ah, I hear S. I see a boat. What sound do you hear at the end of boat? T. Yeah, I hear T at the end of boat. Once you have matched all the ending sounds in the words, then you could do an I Spy game, and you could also simply ask for what sound they hear at the end. So you can go through the 3-period lesson using these picture cards and the letter cards as well. Another option or lesson follow-up that you have is to match the pictures or objects to a mat with a letter that is on the mat. In this printable series set 1, we have these ending sound match mats and the pictures. So you could do the same, or this could be a follow-up work that they get off the shelf. I have circus, I hear S at the end, cup, coat.